Hi everyone, how are you? Are you okay? Are you fine? Is everything okay with you? I got some news, good news actually. This is the last activity you have to do because it's the last activity of the first semester. It's a week number 4 from Ficha number 12. What is the topic? What have we learned? What have we learned so far? A lot of things actually. Remember, I'm your teacher, Miss Carmen Jaime. What is the objective of this activity? Well, is to identify the main ideas to summarize. So what is the meaning of summarize? To make a summary, hacer un resumen, resumir. So, in order to do this activity, first you have to do the warm-up activity, the warm-up exercise. What is that? It's about watching the video, and the video is about the sequence words. What are the sequence words? Remember, when you make a summary, you have to use the sequence word like first, next, then, after that, and finally. Okay, so you have to click on this link and watch the video. It's very important to do this exercise. Okay, when you watch the video, you got the idea about how to summarize. And then you're ready for the next exercise, which is the number 1. And this one is about paying attention to the writing process. So, guys, pay attention to this explanation. What is the writing process? Let's get. Summarizing is analyzing information and determining what is important to mention and what is not. Remember, if you have a long reading or a long test, you have to make it shorter. So you have to choose or select the most important information in order to summarize. So it reduces the original text to a few sentences or a short paragraph in your own words. That is the idea. You have to make a summary with your own words. So what are the steps in order to summarize? So this is the number 1. Read the passage. So you have once again to read the passage. And the number 2. Determine the most important idea of the passage. So you have to read carefully, like scanning and underline or determine or identify the most important ideas of the paragraph. As a number 3, you have to highlight, highlight maybe like underline, subrayar, highlight, marcar, highlight the most important details in the paragraph or in the passage. As a number 4, you have to find keywords, palabras claves, keywords, and use them to write the topic sentence. It is also a good idea to answer some questions. For example, who did that? Or what did they do? Or when did it happen? Or when did it happen? Or maybe you have to answer the question about what is the main idea of a text? Or maybe this one, what are the supporting points? Okay, so when you analyze this information, you got the words or the keys to make a summary. This is what we're going to do in exercise number 2. Look, in exercise number 2, you have to complete the writing process with the reading beyond our word. Actually, this is the first reading we had in this Ficha number 12. Okay, this is the passage. Beyond our word. From our planet, outer space starts about 100 kilometers above the surface. Farther away, there are only isolated particles of gas and dust in the emptiness of the universe. Some regions have planets and galaxies. Some scientists say that there is radiation all around space, but we cannot see it. Look, this is the first paragraph for me, and I highlighted this sentence. From our planet, outer space stars about 100 kilometers above the surface is the most important idea in the first paragraph. Let's continue. Now, we have some powerful devices that help us see what is out there. Humans have been curious about outer space since they noticed there was something beyond our Earth. Look, in the second paragraph, I can see the sentence. Now we have some powerful devices. For me, it's another important idea. Humans have been curious is another idea. So I highlighted. The study of the stars was the foundation of past cultures and civilizations, since the sky was always changing. It caused fascination and curiosity. People noticed patterns in the sun and moon, also in the stars and planets. I highlighted the sentence from people noticed to planets because it's, for me, the most important one. Next, astronomy in ancient cultures shaped their beliefs and mindsets. The Babylonians were one of the first civilizations to register the movements of the moon and the sun. A brilliant Persian astronomer invented a giant device that accurately calculated the Earth's axis. As you can notice in this sentence, a brilliant Persian who invented the giant device is another important idea. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Maybe the most important one for you. Look, I already complete this graph with a title. The title is Beyond Our World. What is the main idea? The number 1, this one. So I have learned that outer space starts about 100 kilometers above the surface. Look, I have learned that. Next, you got the first sentence. This one. This is the first sentence. This is the first one. Humans have been curious about outer space since they noticed there was something beyond our Earth. So what is the next one? This one. People notice patterns in the sun and moon, also in the stars and planets. Okay, what is the next one? The number 3. This one, a brilliant Persian astronomer invented a giant device that accurately calculated the Earth's axis. So, finally, for me, this is the last sentence because it's a great invention of the powerful devices that now we have. The telescope, for example. So, the last sentence is, now we have some powerful devices that help us see what is out there. So, when you find the main idea and you have the first sentence and the next or the second sentence and the third important sentence and you got the final sentence, you have made the summary. Okay, so it's very easy. Now, okay, as the exercise number 3, you have to work on the writing process in your notebook. Okay, so what does it mean? You have to take your notebook and make your draft. Draft is like borrador. Hacer sus borradores antes de hacer el trabajo completo o ponerlo aquí. You have to make the draft. Use the reading telescopes or Leica. Remember, telescope is the second reading in the week number 2 and Leica is from last week, week number 3. And then you have to write your final draft here. Remember, write the title. The title can be telescope if you choose telescope. Or maybe you can write Leica if you want to choose or want to work with Leica. Then you have the main idea. Remember to use I have learned I have learned that, I don't know, the main idea about telescope or the main idea about Leica. Then you have to write the first sentence, the next sentence, what happened then, or the third sentence, and then you have to close or make a closure of the reading and write the final sentence. So when you identify the ideas, the main idea, and the supporting details, you are making a summary. You are summarizing. It's very easy, so you have to try it out. Remember, you have to use the telescope reading or maybe the Leica reading. Okay? Write the title, write the main idea. Don't forget to use I have learned that. Write the first sentence, the next, the number 3 or the third sentence, and your final sentence. So guys, it's going to be very easy. Remember, you have to send this information or this activity through Edmodo. How do you have to do that? Remember to open the asignación, abrir la asignación, adjuntar el documento, the evidence, the photo, the picture, and then send the information to Edmodo, okay? And I remind you one more time that you have to do, or you need to have all the activities in Edmodo. From Ficha number 1 to Ficha number 10 is the first partial, the first term grade, la nota del primer parcial. From Ficha number 11, 12, 13, and 14, it belongs or corresponde to the second term, segundo parcial. And from the week number 1, week number 2, week number 3, and this one, week number 4, it belongs to your quimestral exam. Pertenece al examen quimestral. All these activities are displayed in Edmodo. Please don't forget to do it. Okay, if you have any problem with this class, you can write me, you can send me a message or text me. Okay, see you. Bye. Bye.